Welcome back to Sunday League Football, where we're looking at a tree. Now that's better, close up of a bubbly pitch. Now the first team have been waiting 3 weeks to play a game of football. First up was Trojans, they decided to cancel on us last minute. Next up was Harlow Rangers in the Essex Cup. They just didn't even bother turning up. Said they had 4 players drop out last minute despite having 51 players registered. It's madness. And now a week later, we finally get a game. Now prior to the 2 dropout games, we had Deportivo Thurrock in the Cup. The week before that, we had Deportivo Thurrock in the League. And I'm pleased to tell you that the guy that does the fixtures, he's got a bit of variety on the go now. Introducing Deportivo Thurrock, 3 games in a row we're playing against them today. That could be the title of this video sorted. We'll see how it goes though. That's been a while. Should we check out how the league looks? As you can see, top of the pile, Thames Gateway with 15 points there. Down in 4th is us, only team in the league at the moment with the 100% record. Our opponents for today are down in 6th after 5 games and 7 points. And as you can see at the bottom, Trojans, they have now completely folded. So any team that's played them will lose the points. So that's your intro done. That's your league table done. Let's find out the team that's going to start today. And it looks like this. If you checked out Sunday League Extra, you would know that Jack pulled up in the warm-up. So it's Nicky that's gone in between the sticks. Bit of a utility man, can play anywhere. We've got ourselves a back three of Lee, Dan and Graham. Wing backs, we've got both Knowlesies on the go. We've got Mr. Aaron Knowles and Mr. Josh Knowles. The midfield looks like this. We've got a Kieran, we've got a Tommy, and we've got an Elliot. Whilst up top is Nick and Asa. Now we've been criticised by you lot in recent weeks for lack of numbers in this side, but this week we've shown up. Any 3 from 5 on the bench, including Little Lee, who's had a bit of a name change. He's now known as Henry in this side. We've got Tony, who's returning from injury. We've also got Luke, we've got Connor, and of course Lewis. That's your team for this one. They're ready, we're ready. Should we do this? Let's do this. Go. So you might notice straight away that we're a little bit off-centre today. Andrew couldn't get the halfway line before our opponents, unfortunately. Because of that, you're often going to get this, I'm afraid. Welcome to Sunday League Football. So first action of the game is inside the first minute. It's 15, picks it up from the throw, gets beyond Graham and sends a good ball into the box. Header from the number 7 there, in the air. Nicky drops it, but he's fouled. And that's going to be a free kick. You'll also notice being off-centre, we're also going to catch the linesman today. So yeah, this is going to be great. We're carrying on. It's a ball up the field from Graham here.
Go on, keep chasing, keep chasing.
Andrew wants the pressure on as he's put back to the keeper. He then puts it out to the number 5 who lets it run. It's good energy early on from Asa as he looks to get this ball, but doesn't quite make it as it's put over the top. It's over Graham's head as well as number 12 looks to get on it. Dan's going to be struggling here, but he does enough as that goes back to Nicky and goal for today. So it is our opponents that started much the liveliest side here as the ball's put over the top for the number 7 to run onto. Tommy gets there ahead of him and dinks that out for the corner. And so that corner is sent into the box. Lino's in the way, but we're going to see this as Nicky gets a hand to it. Number 3 sends it back in. Elliot blocks and Josh clears. Unfortunately, views are restricted both ends today. The pitches are quite close to each other, so we don't get much room. But here is our first real attack of the game as Elliot sends it into the box from the throw. It's headed away. Number 4 looks to get onto it. Josh wins the header though, but Nick's coming back from an offside position. Flag's gone up. Here's our first 50-50 of the game, which Elliot ends up winning. And he got caught in the ground there. They look painful, but he does get up and carry on, so that's good to see. But the loose ball is picked up by the number 5 who plays it forward. It's into the number 9 here. Looks to get the shot in, but Dan does enough to put him off there. And Lee takes over and clears our line. Is Elliot involved again now, avoiding this challenge from the number 3. Picks it back up as he looks to go forward. Overhit here slightly, but wins another 50-50.
Oh, crunching.
And that's pretty much 4-on-1 as far as Elliot's concerned. They come away with the ball as it's played up to the number 9. And now they're on the counter. That ball's gone beyond Graham into the number 12. Dan's going to do well to get back. And he has as well as he wins the ball. And that goes out for the throw over the far side. Just over 10 minutes gone in this one. And we still haven't tested the keeper as Kieran puts it over the halfway line up to Nick. First time over to Knowlesy on that far side. He hits it with that left of his, but he scuffed his shot. And that just rolls out for a goal kick. Here we come again now with Knowlesy as he puts it over the top for Asa. It's a little bit too far ahead of him as the keeper comes off the line and wins that one. And now the ball's in the air to be won.
Come on, wash your hands.
Yeah, blatant foul there from Knowlesy and Andrew wants him to wash his hands. Here's Graham now trying to play the ball out from the back, but in doing so he's giving it straight back to our opponents as number 9 drives forward here. Hits it from distance, and there's Nicky with a save. Seen plenty of keepers spill those. Moving on, we've got a throw over the far side from Tommy up to Lee, but that's intercepted by the 13. Number 9 takes over and then sends 13 on his way as he makes his way down the line over that far side. Tommy with a what you might call a professional foul. Surprisingly, he's not getting in the book for that. What's not surprising is on his knees, number 13 is almost as tall as Tommy. So they got this free kick and it's sent into the box by the 15, but Nick's back to help out and he heads that away. We move on and it's a throw from Lee. This is making me feel sick, but as it's put over, Nick seems to win the ball as he makes his way down the line there. Sticks a ball up towards the back post. Anyone on it? Yep, Knowlesy hits it with the left, but it's a good block by the 5. And that rolls out for the corner. Sending this corner into the box is Asa, and on the end of it is Kieran, but it loops up rather than towards the goal. Number 5 clears, but it's only as far as Tommy. And as he gets it under control, he looks up and pings a ball out to this near side. And on the end of it is Nick with the header back into the box. It's a good little flick from Kieran into Josh, but number 3 gets there first and clears it out for a throw. Here's Elliot in the midfield now, picking it up and playing it forward to Kieran, but that's just beyond him there. Josh looks to get onto it, but our opponent gets there ahead of him, but it rolls out to Lee on this near side. Loops a ball forward. Josh continues his run. Nice little takedown there as he sticks this one back onto the edge of the box for Nick. Oh, Here's that number 15 in the middle of the park, dinking the ball over the top for the number 12. Looks to have gone beyond Dan there. Nicky's off of his line, and I can't really see too much at the moment. I think it might have been Lee that won the ball back there, but puts it out for a corner. You can't see much from the corner either, but it's sent into the box. It looks like it could have been going in, but Knowlesy off the line and cleared by Lee. Lino's in the way as the 15 picks it up and shoots, but it's a good block by Graham, and Josh can clear our lines. Big route one clearance from the number 3 there, up towards the number 12, and Dan, it's over their head. Dragged back there by the number 12, but Dan does the same to him, and the free kick's been given in favour of our opponents. I think Dan's problem there is he made it a little bit too obvious for the ref, and once again he has kept his cards in his pocket. It's just going to be the free kick. Seven's going to step up to take this one, and look at the whip on that. Luckily for Nicky, he didn't have to move, straight into his arms. Sometimes in football, when you got to go, you got to go, and this lad by the looks of it has certainly got to go. Anyway, that throw-in came in, and it was cleared straight away by the number 5, out for another throw-in. He's done now. Maybe that's what Andrew meant earlier by wash your hands, which is a good point actually. He's going to shake everyone's hand at the end of the game. Nice. We move on. It's Graham that puts it over the top, and on the end of it is going to be Nick. Number 5's putting him under, but he does manage to get it down past the number 4 on the edge. Or Josh here with a shot, but that was always going wide. Here's Asa now playing it across to Kieran, but it's the number 13 who we didn't see last time round. I think you might have just signed for him. Seems pretty useful. He just won himself a free kick as Kieran goes face first into the ground. In fact, looking at his back, I don't really know what Kieran's done wrong there. Looks like he's tried to header the ball while it's on the ground. But anyway, it's the number 15 to send the ball in once more. Lino's in the way. It's flicked onto the 9. Luckily for us, he can't get enough on it, and Nicky's there to collect. Meanwhile, at the other end, the ball's become loose as Kieran looks to go beyond the number 5 here. He's blocked off, and that's going to be another free kick. So it's Tommy that stands over this one, over the wall, on target, but in the end, it's an easy one for the keeper. Following that...
What? Half-time already?
Yeah, it's half-time already. 0-0. It's time to give a couple of you guys a shout-out. Have you managed to grab our kit? You know the one, sponsored by Kit Locker, orange or blue. Send us a photo. In case you haven't got a kit yet, you can grab it from palmersfc.co.uk. Just like Paul did, I'm assuming he bought it for his son who's in this picture. It's Ollie. He's gone for the short-sleeve home kit and his name on the back. Thank you both for your support. Someone else who's got the orange number is Lennon, I believe it is. 13's unlucky for some, but not Lennon. He's rocking it on the back of his new short-sleeve home shirt. Enjoy it, my friend. And finally, this is Tom, the HD version, that is. It's Birmingham City that's his first favourite team. Second, of course. Enjoy your kit, Tom. Of course, don't forget to follow us on all the socials. We'll be letting you know when new videos come out. And also, click that bell on YouTube for notifications. And until then, let's crack on with the second half of this game. All in the balance at the moment. 45 minutes left. Let's do this.
Probably gonna need a battery change this half.
Riveting stuff there from Andrew. Battery change needed. Should have really done it at half time though, mate. Meanwhile, on the field, it's his brother Graham picking up the ball here. Number 9, straight round the face there.
Ref, come on, wash them hands. Go on, wash them hands.
I'm actually a little bit confused. Did the ref take a piss at the tree and not wash his hands either? If that's the case, then I'm disgusted. Hygiene levels are an absolute 0 right now. Graham clattered there, steps up to take the free kick. It's towards the edge of the box, headed away. Nick then looks to send it back in, but it's actually ended up on this near side. Number 3 goes in with him. You can't see much, but he's gone down there. Ref blows his whistle. I think we've got ourselves a bit of a serious injury. I mean, with so many people in the way, we didn't really see exactly what happened. From what I can see here, as the ball comes in the air, it's a 50-50. Nick with a nudge there. Obviously, I can't work out exactly what's happened because flat cap's in the way. He might have landed awkwardly on the right, or it could be the left. I can't work it out, but he rolls backwards there. And this is a situation that we're looking at. He's obviously in a lot of pain. He's certainly not going to be getting up anytime soon. And then just a little over 10 minutes later, we can carry on with the game. Substitutions made, but we do wish number 3 all the best on his recovery. We can carry on from the free kick. Asa putting the number 7 under pressure straight away. Elliot winning it back as he makes his way into the box, surrounded by players, but gets the ball to Asa. He's flagged offside. Not long after, it's the 15 playing it forward to the number 11 who looks to cut inside of Dan, then cuts on the outside, hits it from distance, and that's not going to trouble Nicky. We move on as the ball's played forward to the number 7 this time. Miscontrol. Josh wins it, but he's gone down on his ankle there. That's painful.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah, Josh in some pain there. Nothing malicious about the tackle. It's just a little bit late. These things happen. Luckily for us, Josh does eventually get up and we're here to take this free kick with Lee. Sent into the box. Asa looks to get onto it. Falls through. Shouts for handball from the number 4 there. Not given. It falls to the number 5 and he can clear it. But Tommy's there to pick up the scraps. He looks to get away from the 18. That's another late challenge from our opponents and another free kick. Elliot's tried to take the quick one, but ref said no. Got to go again. Tommy's going to stand over it this time. Let's see what he can produce.
Oh my word. Tommy, it's the white thing.
I forgot to mention we made a substitution at half-time. Kieran came off for Henry. We're all going to take some time getting used to that name. Also, Josh has now come off following that tackle. He's made way for Connor. And now we come forward with a ball over the top from Graham. Number 5 couldn't quite get onto it, and that's left for Asa to run through as he makes his way into the box here. He looks up and puts it across, but that's cut out by the defender and straight back to the keeper. A very similar situation moments later as number 18 picks it up. He's quickly shut down by Knowlesy. He makes his way forward, plays it into the path of Asa to run onto, cuts it back to get away from the number 5, and then puts it on a plate for Knowlesy.
Across. Yeah,
scuffed his shot there. Best chance of the game for us. Moments later, it's our opponent's turn to have a go as it's played over the top by the number 9 to the, I'm not too sure because I can't see anything. I think it's the number 11 on that far side. He stuck it across. Great ball for the 13.
Oh! would have betted your house on that, wouldn't you, right?
I tell you what, lucky to not be 1-0 down there. We move on. It's our turn to attack now as Tommy picks it up in the midfield, plays it across to Lee on that far side. He dinks it over the top into the area. Keeper's off the line as Henry nods it across to Nick. Not too sure if it's a shot or not, but Ace is on it.
Finish! Yes!
Finally, we've got a goal in this game and it's us to take the lead. Let's have another little look at it as it was put into the box. As it comes over, Henry puts it across to Nick, but you can see the keeper in no man's land there. Not too sure what he was thinking coming off his line, but we think that played it forward or shot, not too sure yet, to Asa. Great control, great turn into the roof of the net. And just like that, it's Deportivo Ferric nil, Palmer's FC 1. Kick off. Following that, in what has been an even game so far, our opponents look to get back into it as number 13 gets beyond Graham and Dan, makes his way into the box here.
He's going to give that. No! Stone wall penalty, that. Ref, I'll give you that 20 quid later!
Well, I tell you what, we've got away with that one. And I can only assume that someone was in the way of the ref when this happened because, I mean, how can you not give that? Tackle from behind in the box. The ball wasn't even played. We're lucky. Very, very lucky. Time for another attack from us now as Lee flicks it onto Connor. Love a late challenge there from the 7. And still, somehow, nobody's gone in the book today. We've just made our final substitution of the game. It's Lewis that's on the field now. He's on for Tommy as that free kick is blazed over the bar. In fact, it was probably Wover. Ball played forward into the number 13 for Deportivo. Dan needs to definitely wash his hands there. Watching this game back, I can definitely tell that we've gone a little bit negative. We're starting to play the ball back to the keeper, trying to hang on to it and see the time out. But there's still a long time left, obviously, because that injury, another 10 minutes on top of what we normally would have. When it did go back to Nick, it was a poor clearance. Luckily, Elliot got it back for us, and he then played it back to Nicky. This time, he's going to take a touch and send it up the field. But that's not going to be any good to us because they're up for this, and they're going to be winning it in the midfield, just like this here. And those that know, it's name drop Adam that's got it back for them. 15 picks it up and then plays it up to the number 9. Dan commits, and 9 can get away, but he's running to Lee there, who momentarily wins it back. Henry puts it up in the air. It's sent back forward. Lee misses it, and now it's up to the number 11 on that far side to put it into the box. Lee gets a touch on that, and that is out for the corner. So that corner is sent in by the number 13.
No! Well,
nervy times. So it's another corner. Can't really see what's going on, but it really is back to the wall stuff as the throw-in comes in from the 7 on this near side into the 13, and he does well to get that into the box. Nicky gets a hand on it. And just like that, it's 1-1. You can't exactly say it wasn't coming. Since the goal, we've almost sat back and invited the pressure on, and this is the result of that. I mean, Nicky done his best to get his hands on it. In hindsight, it'd probably been better not touching it because that would have gone over the far side and probably out for a throw. But it did happen, and we've got to pick the ball out of the net, and more importantly, try and find a winner in this one. Kick off. It's Henry on this near side.
Nuts.
But in doing that, he's giving it straight back to our opponents who punt it over the top here. Dan looks to get onto it, pokes it past the number 11 who backs into him, and Dan's done it again. He's dragged back the opponent. He's given away another free kick, and still no £10 to Essex FA. So it's the 15 that sends it forward. It's a free header for the 9.
oh.
Yeah, poor marking there. Luckily, it wasn't on target and Lewis can get it away. From the throw, it's sent into the 13. He looks to get around Lewis, and he does as well as he looks to poke it across, but that's off of Elliot and out for a corner. So it's the 13 that whips that ball into the box for the 8.
Yeah! Fuck's sake. Fuck off.
And just like that, this game has slipped out of our hands. I feel like scoring was probably the worst thing we could have done because the momentum's been with our opponents ever since as this ball's whipped in. You can see the 8 there with a bullet header. No one marking him. And just like that, and deservedly so as well, it's Deportivo 2, Palmer's FC 1. And I don't even know what's happened. We haven't even got a kick-off. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's all falling apart. And temper's flaring as the clock counts down towards the end of the game. It's been a while, isn't it? And with Christmas coming up, I think it's time for some handbags. We're going to start right here with the number 18. Do not open to the 25th December. I like it. It's got a message on it. This is for the people like myself that don't like wrapping presents. Just chuck them in there and give it to them. Tie a knot on top for good measure and then you're sorted. If they decide to open it, then they've ignored the message on the front and they've ruined Christmas for everyone. Their fault, not yours. Next up, we've got this sassy little number. It's a Santa suit handbag purse. It's a handbag for your purse. And just look at the reviews. The perfect Christmas gift. 5 stars. Mandy's in love with this bag. 5 stars. Cara, we're going to have a little chat with. She's given it 4 stars for some reason, even though it's completely adorable and very roomy. But 4 stars still good, right? Finally, lads, if you're struggling for gifts for your missus and you can't exactly afford designer handbags, just go down the market. You can often buy one and get one half price. I mean, let's be real. Christmas Day, you give them a fake handbag. The last thing they're going to do is go over it with a fine tooth comb and then tell you it's not the real deal. And if they do, this is the backup plan. You left work early to take less pay to go into London, weather the storm of people being pissed off. It was cold. It was raining. You find Selfridges. You buy the bag. You lose the receipt. You don't even stop for a Nando's. Your train was cancelled. You spend 90 quid on an Uber. And at this point, they'll feel guilty and it will never be brought up again. Merry Christmas. We continue the game with a throw from Elliot into the box, nodded on by the number 5. It eventually is cleared, but only as far as Lee hits it. That's blocked by the 11. Clock's still ticking and the ball's plucked out the air by the 13. Connor wins it back. Swipe from the 13. That's going to be another free kick for us. Graham's then going to send this free kick into the box. On the end of it is Asa. Just needs to put it past the keeper, but he's put it straight at him. I think he scuffed his shot as well, but we have got the corner. From that corner, it's Asa with the delivery into the box, headed away at the front post. Back to Asa. He's got another chance to put it in, but that's poor, and the keeper can collect easily. We're still going in this one, and it seems like we're just hitting it over the top and hoping something comes off for us. We might have a chance here as Asa looks to get onto it. Keeper does as well. Everyone on the sidelines screaming for a penalty there. I don't know, when I saw it myself, I didn't think it was that bad. Maybe in my head, I'm just comparing it to Dan's, which was obviously a penalty. Anyway, let's have another little look at it. As the ball bounces, Asa stretches out to get it. I think he might have got a toe to it. But he's certainly off balance, and that's why he's gone over when the keeper comes through as well. The keeper's actually stayed down injured. Similar to what happened to earlier on in the game when his knee got caught in the grass. Same thing for the keeper. Painful stuff. And following that, that was his game over as well. Deportivo with a couple of bad injuries today. It's going to be one of their defenders that's going to have to replace him. There was no penalty given there as the throw was sent into the box. Nobody on the end of it. Straight into the keeper's arms. Following that, it's Lewis that looks to get the ball into the box, but that's only found the number 5 who clears it to the edge, and then it's cleared up the field once more.
Well, double hard now.
And just like that, this windy affair has been brought to an end. I mean, everyone has an off day. Maybe this was ours. We didn't really show up. And Deportivo, our opponents for today, definitely deserved the win in the end. Let's see what it does to the table. Well, not great news. The top 3 sides all won today. Deportivo leapfrog us into 4th. We sit in 5th. We've still got games in hand over everyone, and if we win those games in hand, we can still be top. But that's easier said than done. The 100% record in the league is now done. Everybody's lost a game in this league, so it's pretty much wide open. Next week, we're in the Cup. We face up to a side called Stifford United, formerly known as Gateway. You probably remember them if you've been a long-time viewer. They won the league last year. They won the Cup as well, did the double. They're up to the Premier and they're winning that as well. So it's going to be a very, very tough test. Hopefully we show up on that day, because today we didn't. Next up on the channel, we've got some more Sunday League Extra on the Wednesday and the reserves game on the Thursday. Be sure to check that out. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do so. Follow us on the socials, and yeah, we will see you in the next one.